Today we are asking, what does it mean to be accepting? Let me give you a bit of a background to the story of Zacchaeus. Tax collectors were not popular in Jesus' day. People often labelled them as sinners, people who do wrong because they collected taxes for the Romans who were in charge of the country. And many people disliked them and didn't want to pay money to them. Because tax collectors didn't get paid for doing this job, they had to take extra money from people as their pay. And sometimes they were dishonest, taking more money than needed and making themselves rich. In this story, Jesus was passing through the city of Jericho and a crowd had gathered to meet him. Zacchaeus, a chief tax collector, wanted to see him too. And because he was a small man, he climbed a tree to see better. Jesus saw him and invited himself to dinner at his house. Let's just pause for a minute. Put yourself in the crowd's shoes. How would you feel if this happened in front of you? Someone who you didn't like and viewed as a sinner being invited to host Jesus. Your teacher might want to pause the video at this point and hear some of your ideas. Jesus didn't ignore what Zacchaeus had done wrong or his differences. Instead, he chose to model through his words and actions a different way of being, accepting and not rejecting. Because of feeling accepted by Jesus, Zacchaeus chose to live his life differently, promising to give back the money he had taken dishonestly. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are all different. Each one of us is unique. Jesus' way of acceptance isn't about ignoring the bad things that people do or say, and neither is it about labeling somebody as bad because they happen to be different from us. His way involves not rejecting people on face value or because of someone else's opinion. His way involves taking the time to understand one another, encouraging, celebrating, and finding out what things they have in common, rather than just focusing on differences. His way of acceptance involves taking the time to listen and find out more about others.